Okay, so I just talking to this thing, and it'll record me, right? Okay. Hey, my name is Lindsay Chire, and I'm a superstitionary. You've come to me seeking information about immortal beings, and I know about those, unfortunately. You see, I see, people, or things might be a better word for them. The details of my birth were unique. Partially because I was born under the northern lights at midnight on Halloween. Also, because my mother was impregnated by a demigod. So, taking those two things into account, I've had an unusual life. I see entities, both past and future. It's kind of like seeing dead people, except I know they're dead. I don't talk to them for an hour and a half and then realize they're dead and think it's so surprising. While you might think I see famous dead people or visions of the future, it is not so glamorous. All I see are the ghosts of Victorian girls dressed all in white with long black hair, or little girls from the future who died while dressed up like little Victorian girls. It's not ideal. In the hopes of finding a cure for these terrifying visions, I've researched just about every magical, mythical, even fantastical thing anyone's ever heard of, which is what brought me to New Coosburg. I looked into the magicians who had fought in the war to see if there was some spell to undo my condition, but sadly, all the magicians seemed to have either died or gone away. A dead end of sorts. That was until I put vampires into the equation. Folks started talking about that lady everyone thinks is a vampire, so I did my due diligence. They tend to keep to their own, especially if they have a baby. Aside from that, all I can say about them is that vampires are immortal, powerful, passionate creatures. They do not like it when you ask them to get rid of little Victorian girls. Is there any new information you have about them?
Well, according to the reports, John went missing. Mindy waited and then got frustrated and went to look for him. She didn't say where, though. She just said she was going to find John, then to find Hope.
What? Thompson, she said she was going to find Hope? This is really, really, really bad. Mr. Mayor, you know the expression, a woman scorned and her fury or whatever? Well, multiply that by 100 for vampires. I said they were passionate.
I don't understand.
You don't. She's trying to find her husband, then Hope. Hope is the former queen of the vampires, and she is John's first wife. They split up years before John met Mindy. Rumor has it that the reason John and Hope got a divorce, which is a vampire divorce, is because they were too in love. Too in love! Mindy had always been worried that John would go back to her, and now she thinks that John has. If Mindy finds Hope, we could have a disaster on our hands.
Why do you know all of this, but didn't tell me sooner?
I didn't know she was going after Hope. I love helping the press, but I'm not one to get involved in gossip. But stay with me because this part is a little complicated. Vampire royalty does not work the way human royalty does, except for the crown. Both systems involve crowns. As vampire queen, Hope holds dominion over all of space and time. So if Mindy is trying to get to Hope, she will be traveling through time and space to find her. That means that Mindy could be anyone. Anyone! Oh, and don't freak out, but there's a couple of dead Victorian-era girls playing Victorian-era hopscotch right behind you.